we're here at the Capitol for Indiana's Early Childhood Education Day. And there's a lot of energy in the room. Talk a little bit about your initiatives in early childhood development, and I'll get to both of you on that, and what's really going on with your organization to help out the people in the community.
Sure. So back in 2022, our community, Pulaski County, experienced we had 2 providers close very unexpectedly. That put over 100 children without seats. That affected parents, employers. I come at it from the employer perspective. Our employees need to have childcare. So that's when Leeann seeked us out, and Alliance Bank, as well as the Community Foundation. We started off as the QCC, and then we've grown. We did the grants, and we're still working forward to improve. We were able to open 1 facility in Winamac, Indiana, and we're currently working on opening another facility in Francisville.
Childcare is what we're talking a little bit about, and there's so many issues around early childhood development that touches on more than just the child. It's the main part we talk about with science, with building blocks, is the development of a child from birth to 3. But once in that same period, it's the family, it's the child care, it's the grandmothers, grandparents. And we're hearing a lot about how some folks don't go to work because they can't afford child care.
Absolutely. So the Pulaski County Early Learning Network recently hired our first coalition coordinator. And so part of her role is going to be to help connect those families to those resources. So the CCDF vouchers, which I know is a huge part of affordability, particularly for families in rural communities. Pulaski County is over 50% low to moderate income. So those are very critical to the ability of families to afford high quality childcare. So our coordinator will be trying to reach those families, connect them to resources like CCDF as well as Head Start, and also working with our employers like Kim to help figure out how we can subsidize tuition so that way our providers are paid appropriately, but also make it affordable to families.
Something that you talked about there is so important is these partnerships, public-private partnerships. In some of the other areas around our state and also Michigan, they're talking about this trifecta, where it's the employer, the state, and the employee are funding this child care. Talk about how important that is to not only the child's development, but economic development in our areas.
Pulaski County employers lose $2.1 million annually due to direct cost due to lack of childcare. So it is super important that we get our business partners on board as well as our state and local governments. Because philanthropy is not the answer. We can be a support and we can do some of it, but it really takes a village. Like we all talk about, it takes a village to raise a child. Literally, it takes a village to create a thriving early learning ecosystem. So
it takes a village and it takes a bank.
It does. It takes the bank. It absolutely does. So part of banking is, everybody knows CRA, right? Alliance Bank, we truly are invested in our communities, the economic development of our communities, and we're willing to do the legwork, put ourselves out there, speak up for not only our employees, but our communities that we serve.
Thank you both so much for your time.
Thank you.